thank you so much for joining me today in this special video where I'm going to tell you the 7 steps to get paid to become you. Now, if you've been watching the How to Get Paid to Become You video series, this is where all the pieces of the puzzle are going to come together. And in doing so, you're going to be able to understand how you can begin to receive an abundant exchange for the gifts that you provide the world. Now, I am making this series for those who have a heart for transformation, those who are healers, light workers, wayshowers, transformation catalysts. You may call them coaches. Now, that's a very broad sector, coaching, and in fact, it is said that by 2020 it's going to be a $9.9 billion industry. Pretty lucrative. Why? Because people want and are craving, in these times of change, transformation. They are stuck in their jobs, not knowing what to do. They are sick, seeking answers. They are confused about their relationships and seeking assistance with that. They are perhaps in a lack vibration and aren't understanding how to open up to the abundance which is theirs. They are in some way seeking transformation. And as a light worker, as a healer, as a wayshower, you have this heart for assisting those who need your medicine. Now, here's the thing. Most light workers do not receive an exchange because they have hearts where they would do this for free. And so this is one of the 7 steps to getting paid to become you, which we're going to talk about in a second, which is removing obstacles. So to get paid to become you, there are 7 steps. Let's dive into them now that we have prefaced it with number 3, which is remove obstacles, and one of those is to money, to magnificence, to receiving an exchange. But the first step in this 7 steps is to define your passion. Now, you may want to go back to the getpaidtobecomeYou.com portal to watch the video that expands upon this step 1, which is defining your passion. And as a transformation catalyst, someone who is assisting and coaching someone through their transformation, the only requirement is that you have a heart for it and that in some way you can lead them out. What that usually means is you yourself have been in that situation. So you may want to go back to the video in this series, and it is called Why You're Ready Now. Most people say they have to wait until they're ready before they feel that they are an expert in whatever transformation they are assisting people through. And that simply isn't true. You are ready now, in part because you are still a vibrational match to the transformation that you provide for others. And so I like to say, your mess is your medicine. So step 1 in the Get Paid to Become You process is to write out your passion. What are you passionate about supporting people through? And more than likely, it will be in part due to the fact that you've also overcome what it is you are now passionate about. If you are a healer, you were most likely in some way sick. If you are teaching people how to make money, you were most likely in lack mode yourself at one point. If you are teaching people how to seek joy and to fill their purpose, you perhaps were struggling with joy and your purpose at one point or another. If you want to go back and look at the first step, define your passion, your mess is your medicine, again, watch the video Why You're Ready Now. Available at the portal www.getpaidtobecomeYou.com. Now, the second step to get paid to become you is deciding who needs it. So after you write down the things you've gone through, the obstacles you've overcome, the medicine that you have to offer someone in some way to provide a transformation through your coaching services, you need to decide who needs it. And this is where I will refer you to the other video that I have done in this series. And that video is called Why They Can't Hear You. And this is a huge point that a lot of healers and light workers overlook when they are explaining the transformation that they can provide someone. And that is explained in further detail in the video, Why They Can't Hear You. So go back and check that one out at the portal, getpaidtobecomeyou.com as well. But in a nutshell, people can't hear you if you are not being specific about the pain that you remedy or the desire that you provide value through the gateway to getting to it. So if it's not clear the value you provide, either in removing an obstacle or being a bridge to their desire, then they can't hear you. Why? Because as I explained in that video, Why They Can't Hear You, most people are running on 90% programs day to day, meaning they aren't thinking consciously. And so they only have time for what's on their to-do list and the way they've done it a million times before, right? They aren't looking around for information unless it's an issue. And of course, if you are speaking to that issue, they'll find you. But if you are just shouting from the rooftops and explaining that you have this beautiful transformation for people, they're not going to know why they need it unless you speak directly to their pain point and or frame yourself as the bridge to their desire. And so deciding who needs it is the second step to get paid to become you. And it is a crucial step in distilling your Vishuddha. I like to work with the Vishuddha, the throat chakra, between the head and the heart. It is your communication. It is the fifth dimensional energy as we ascend in from the heart. And so decide who needs it in order to be able to speak clearly to those you serve so that they can see that you solve their issue. That is the second step. Now, the third step to getting paid to become you is to remove obstacles. And I alluded to this at the beginning of the video, this video, about the importance of removing the self-sabotage which is preventing you from aligning with your bliss business. Whether or not you already have a business or you're in a job that you can't stand, either way, you have a vision of the life you want to lead. You have a vision of the life you want to live, which probably includes more time to spend with your family and loved ones, more disposable income to travel and do the things that you want to do, less working hours, which we'll get to in a few minutes in another step, and generally more freedom in your time structure, right? And so removing obstacles to that is very important. We have self-sabotaging surrounding money, right? Healers think that we have to do this for free, and in general the world feels we have to do this for free. Not anymore. Not when you understand that it's an energy exchange and that all types of coaching are viable transformations. And again, people are seeking transformation, not products. And so removing obstacles and self-sabotage to your self-limiting beliefs, to your lack, to not being able to receive in exchange for your gifts and services to the world, perhaps in your lack of confidence, in your lack of worthiness. This is a huge, crucial step in getting paid to become you. Step 4, you've got to stop working by the hour or one-on-one. And this is also where healers and light workers and wayshowers and transformation catalysts often burn out and fade away with their business. And guys, it's an outdated paradigm. You do not need to be serving people one-on-one on one-on-one. Absolutely open up your schedule and do so when you are stable within your business, but you need to get stable first. And the way to do that in the 3D world with technology the way it is now is to reach one to many, right? We have technology that can fractalize out your energy and give each person the same amount of transformation with little effort, right? You do it once, you reach many. Just like this video is reaching hundreds of people at once, eventually thousands of people at once. I'm doing it one time. So stop working hourly and one-to-one. Because if you've done the math, it's not going to fulfill your annual requirement for income. Also, as healers, if you are healing people, which by the way, no healers are actually healing people, everyone is a transformation catalyst assisting others in activating their own healing response. But needless to say, if you are doing so successfully, your one-on-one clients are going to not come back, right? So it's going to be this continual, where am I going to get my next client? And let me tell you, from that vantage point, it is resistance, and it is a chore, and it's one that's not going to work. So you got to flip that around and stop working hourly or one-on-one. Think about billionaires of the world. Are they working harder than those working minimum wage? No. People who are working minimum wage are often working many more hours than billionaires. So work does not equate to money. That is never how it's been. That is how they wanted you to believe it was. If you work hard and if you put in a good, honest 9 hours a day or 15 hours a day, whatever they have you, nose to the grindstone, then you will earn your income. That is not entrepreneurial. That is not the way of the modern day transformation catalyst coach. You get to set your own hours. And in doing so, you need to reach more than one person at once, and you need to stop working by the hour or by the client. You funnel your students and clients into group programs and large packages so that you can actually service more people at once with the same transformation and fractalize out your energy to receive in abundant exchange. So again, not one-on-one, but one-to-many. And there are so many tools that are available to get your message out to those who need you, who seek your transformation. Now remember, if you're already having doubts, I can already feel the energy coming through as people watch this. Well, I have no gifts, right? I have no gifts. No one wants to listen to me. Watch the Why You're Ready Now video in the GetPaidToBecomeYou.com series to help remove that limiting self-belief and get on with your magnificence. So funneling is really the meat and potatoes of these 7 steps. It is going to take the most time, but once you set it up, it's like a well-oiled machine. All of the gears work, and everyone receives based on their needs. And this is all about magnetism. This is all about who do you serve, what's the problem you solve, who needs you, and how much do they require of your services. Do they just need a couple tips? Or do they need handheld coaching that's going to require more of your time? Or are they just looking for inspiration? Everyone's at a different phase of need that you can provide. And so setting up funnels, as they call it, and I really don't like that word, but it is what it is. It's a funnel. You can reach the people where they are, provide them with free and valuable content that addresses their concern or supports them in achieving their desire. And as you do so, you provide them more and more and more value for a higher price tag. And so just to kind of help you to understand what I mean by that is, you know that I am the channel of assisting frequencies called Anahata codes. And they are free. The entire modality is free at www.anahatacodes.com. And you may think, whoa, why would you do that? People are always going to want more. And if you give them a beautiful, magnificent modality or piece of transformative information that they can use to transform their lives, they're going to want more from you. And so it's a natural progression. And in fact, you'll quickly see if you use the codes, you may want to take a 21-day journey where I give you 21 days of codes that were specially selected for whatever concern or desire we're working through. And through that transformation, even though it's under $100, you're going to receive more transformation than just the codes. And you'll go, oh my gosh, as you go through the transformation, this is super valuable to me. I want to do this for others, which you may naturally want to progress into my masterclass series, which is a 5-week series. So again, little steps pulling you in deeper and deeper into my medicine based on your needs and desires. There's no requirement to do so. You could just stick with the free stuff and be on your way. But if you are finding that they're transforming your life and you decide you want to then assist others in doing that, you may want to get certified. And being a certified Anahata Code practitioner is yet another tier where you can then receive in exchange for pulling codes for people for any concern or desire. I do empower my students to take the Anahata Codes technology and actually wrap it into their own unique niche, their own unique medicine. So you can see how funneling students would be very easy for you, frameworked around the Anahata Codes as a technology. So let's say you are a relationship counselor. I will teach you how to speak to those who need you where they are with free and valuable information where they can go, wow, you really have the keys, it sounds like, to me transforming my relationship, whatever aspect of the relationship you specialize in. Now, you can then use the Anahata Codes to funnel clients further into more intimate transformation with you. Ideally, a 21-day program, for example, that funnels into a master class, that funnels into a more robust coaching experience that's 6 months long. These are just examples. But you can see, if you can funnel your students from free and valuable into meaty, wonderful transformations where you are their personal coach and transformation catalyst, it's a natural progression. Step 5 that we just discussed, funneling students, is the most complex of all the steps because there are things that work and there are things that don't work. And I teach you to get paid as you go. So that is the ... with number 5, funneling your students. You don't want to create all your programs at once and then hope that people are interested. I suggest that you deconstruct from your big goal, your big meaty program, your 6-month immersion that carries a higher price tag. Deconstruct that out into the free and valuable content that these people would want to hear and get paid as you go, right? So offer some free talks and funnel them into a small program. At the end of that program, funnel them into a masterclass. You haven't done the work yet. You know you have the medicine, you know you have the passion, you know you have the transformation to facilitate, and so you are then getting paid as you go because the program's not done yet. You just have a wireframe. So this is my secret sauce, if you will, is that you're ready now and you can follow my process to where you don't even have your programs developed yet. You get paid first through your free and valuable talks. And as people join your programs, you absolutely flesh out your talks, but you have time to do so. And so my point is, you get paid as you go, not after you create this huge program, you know, this 6-month robust program, and hope that people join. Absolutely not. You can funnel people along the way and you get paid as you go. The 6th step in the get paid to become you process is to learn and improve. Once you have your programs set in place, you can then automate them, turn them into evergreen programs where people can tune in and understand the value you have to offer and join your smaller programs, which funnel them into your larger programs in a very seamless way that doesn't require more effort on your part. So this is learning what works, learning what doesn't, learning what message resonates with your students, learning what doesn't, and then improving your program and delivering the same information. It's just going to be more optimized. Case in point, I have been teaching my 5-week masterclass series, the Anahata Code masterclass series, which you can join at anahatamastery.com 14 times now and growing over the last 3 years. So I've hosted that 5-week program 14 times. You bet that I have improved it each time and added to it and created value to it every single time. And so this is part of the learn and improve process of getting paid to become you, since the program's already done. Now the 7th step in the get paid to become you process is rinse, wash, repeat, or evolve. Guys, this is also where I teach my students, you are never going to be done expanding. You are never going to be done opening your passion in new ways, evolving your passion in new ways. And because of that, you need a structure, a framework upon which to flow your magnificence to reach people. You don't need the actual transformation itself. That is secondary because it will change over time. You may find that you have a heart for helping people who are depressed this week, and 6 months from now, you may shift your niche into servicing those who are suicidal. You just never know where you're going to go, right? That's just an example. And so you are going to evolve over time, and so will your message, and so will who that medicine is for. And so rinse, wash, repeat, and evolve is what the 7th step is. This also means if you've outgrown a niche, if you're getting tired of delivering it, if it's no longer your passion anymore, just automate it and move on into what is your bliss, to who you do want to be talking to the transformation you do enjoy facilitating the most. So this is where you are going to continue to be able to get paid to become you. Additionally, you can book a strategy session with me through that portal, getpaidtobecomeYou.com. And so I hope that this video has been helpful for you. There are 3 hours worth of coaching during which I speak on all of these points and much, much more, ready for you also at the getpaidtobecomeYou.com portal. So head on over there. The other videos that I mentioned in this video are also there for you to watch. All right, guys, God bless you on your path. Love you so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.